start during the podcast when we don't actually start the podcast, but Bob starts recording.
I,
We are just going to be talking about football. So yeah, Josh
actually,
Dobbs,
I already
the
started.
king.
Um,
The new
wow.
Yes,
Bobby.
yes. As we all love, we are going to talk about football now. This is the Football Set Live
No,
podcast.
no, this is not. This is Game Set Live, episode
Well, football
68.
is some type of game.
We're get ready. We're
Are you
getting
saying it's
Yeah,
not a
closer.
game
and it
anymore?
is set live.
We're getting
After,
closer to
after, after
69.
all,
Next week's episode,
after.
69.
What?
Yep. Damn it, Fabio! Will you just shut up long enough for me to talk?
Okay,
Wow.
I'm quite okay. Okay,
All
okay.
right, all right. Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Game Set Live. Another Wednesday, another show. Packed news. Whether or not you've been keeping up with everything, we have, and thanks to our lone crusader in the chat, Thember. He is yeah, he's got the news,
He's a savior.
Yeah, he's boy. I don't miss anything with Thember. He puts everything in there. But yeah, welcome to another episode, and a lot of news this week. And yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Pocket Casts, or Amazon, yeah, welcome. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Helps the channel out a lot. And yeah, we're just gonna go right into it. Mr. Darth Sanji, new to the podcast, sir. How are you doing? What have you been playing? Tell us a little bit about yourself, Sanji.
I am a Leo. I was
Are
born in
you
Cleveland.
Oreo? Are you Oreo?
Yes, I'm an Oreo. No. No. Just everybody should know who I am. It's Mac. I'm not trying to hide from nobody. This is Mac. So everybody that's watched the podcast in the past couple weeks, I'm
Well,
here. But
yeah, I didn't know you were an Oreo, honestly. But yeah, that's nice.
That's a new
No.
astrological sign. I've never heard of that one.
wow, if I'll be a little racist much.
What?
I've been playing Just Set that just like the French way. Amazing. Love the game.
Just that
Just beat it. Yo, Fabio, shut up. I'm talking.
Mhm.
Yeah, just Sant is really good. I'm gonna start playing Alan Wake 2. I need to finish off Spider-Man. But I'm just here, and you can find me on Twitter at Darth Sanji, like Darth Vader, and Sanji from One Piece. Two of my favorite characters ever in any type of TV shows or movies. So, yeah, I'm here. So thanks again for having me again, Bobby.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Mr. Fabio, the Brazilian gangster, runner of the mafia down there in Brazil. Sir, how are you doing? What are you playing?
the mafia, the entire country is just a mafia. God damn it! Like, yeah, I'm great. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here. Yeah, so far nothing,
It's about my
nothing.
whole game. Classic
That's a
games.
lot of that's a lot of work, but so far, yeah, nothing that's absurd. What I've been playing, yeah, some Overwatch, some Halo Master Chief Collection, some Halo Infinite, and a little some Starfield and some Diablo as well.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that Diablo.
I did I
I've been meaning to
I did get
revisit
excited.
the new season.
I mean, I did get excited after BlizzCon, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hype.
Did you really?
I've been meaning to revisit
Right.
the game since the new season because I hear it's gotten a lot better and a lot less grinding to hop in and get things done. And yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Bushido,
For sure.
sir, how you been? How you doing? How's the harassment charges going? You glad to see sunlight again?
The harassment charges have gone away. I had to do a few things for the client, and they were, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing good now. Now I'm out and free and stretching my legs. I am doing good.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. What you been playing?
I have still been playing Lies of P. I only have one more chapter to go. I should have it done, if not by Friday, the end of the weekend. Or the weekend. Oh, man, oof. Yes, I tell you, man.
Just
And thank you, Fabio. And next game for me, I think, will be Alan Wake. Is on my list. Um, Sea of Stars is on my list. Like the list is really long, and the messed up part is, pretty soon, Space Marines will be out, and I want that one too. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell me.
I know that the whole panel is excited to not see Redfall on the screen this week. Yes. Yeah. Instead, there's a
Huh?
there's a dead,
They act like that.
bloated middle-aged man's penis on screen. Yeah. I know everybody's checking that out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is Alan Wake 2 in fidelity mode because the frame pacing is so good. Digital Foundry said that if you enjoyed Starfield at 30 frames, then Alan Wake 2 at 30 frames is just as good. And it's a spectacle visually on the
nice.
series console. It's
For those who
amazing.
played the game yet, look, Bobby will spoil the game. He doesn't mind doing that. Just FYI
No, I don't
for
go
your eye,
I don't go any
for your.
farther in this gameplay than the rescue of Alan Wake. That's all.
Mm, there's a rescue of Alan Wake. Spoilers. Spoilers.
No, because I went through and I edited all this, so there'll be
Spoiled.
no loading screens, which there aren't any anyway. There'll be no jump to the map screen. There will be nothing from inside the case room, so you won't see as Saga is putting things together on the board. You won't see that either. I have taken all that
Spoiler
out.
alert.
No. Yeah.
Spoilers.
But yeah, I have been playing Alan Wake 2. I have been playing Age of Empires 4 with my newly upgraded PC. And
Sure.
I mean, come on now. Living that Threadripper / 4090 heaven. Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, with a
That was the first thing he got when he got that bonus. I tell you.
with a 1200 watt power supply. First time I turned,
I was like, give me the most expensive PC you got. Bam.
dude. The first time I turned it on, I was like, God damn, is that the fans on that car are loud? And then I was like, no, that's your power supply. It's screaming for help.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah, but this game is amazing. Anybody that
That car is big as a console.
oh god. Okay, come on now. It's only 20 something teraflops. It's not that much.
Oh.
But yeah, I can speak from experience because I played through all the first Alan Wake and the two DLCs, the Signal and the Rider, and yeah, I mean, I will have to go back and play through the DLCs again because I don't remember Alan Wake. I don't remember that story ending with him missing. But in this game, he is missing. He's been missing for 13 years.
I've never played Alan Wake.
Oh, really? Well, that's no. I mean, I take offense to that, but
I missed out though.
yeah.
It wasn't on purpose. I bought the game, but I never
That's okay. That's
backlog
okay.
it.
That hurt my feelings, but I can hurt yours too. I've never played Mass Effect, so there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bobby, I never thought you'd be a tit for tat type person, but here we are.
We've been through this
I
before.
can hurt yours too. I mean,
when we've been through this before. When Mass Effect was big, I was in Dead Space. They came out at the same time, and yeah, that's what I was doing. I was Halo, Gears, and Dead Space. Yeah, but anyway, Laura Hinkle. Don't know what she sees in the show, but thank you very much for. I'm probably gonna make Laura Hinkle. I'm probably gonna make her a moderator. How does everybody feel about that?
Wouldn't it be just Fabio becoming a moderator?
It is. It is.
Yeah. Alternate personality. Gotcha. But yeah, if
Oh
you all
god
want to
damn it.
know what we're talking about, if you're listening to this on wherever you listen to podcasts and you want to see Alan Wake 2 in action with what Bushido calls a bunch of Bobby spoilers, yeah, check out the YouTube channel. KY Bobby, KY Bob, Game Set Live. First topic, we're going to get into it right away. World of Warcraft could finally come to console. Uh, wow. I mean, to me, that would be a really that would
Wow,
be
literally, wow.
yeah, literally wow. It's to me that would because World of Warcraft the diehards are still all about the game. But as
Yeah.
far as the rest of the world, they've kind of moved on, and it's a PC game, it's a niche game, that's a game you gotta live there, and you got it's like any other MMO. You basically have to live the game to get powerful, get things, and progress your character. But so, most gamers have written it off except for the diehards. But if this game was to come to consoles, I could see a serious, serious resurgence in its popularity. And it could be a launching board for. They've already announced another DLC next year. And they could be even more from that point. Would any of you all, Mr. Bush, would you play it if it came to your Xbox?
No, but I know that there are a lot of diehards that actually would and look and are looking forward to that opportunity too. So there are. We were in a party with a few guys this weekend, and they were saying that man, if WoW comes to Xbox, so, I'm gonna lose it, and they were just really overjoyed about the idea of it coming, and they had stopped playing on PC because things with time and everything, but man, they were looking forward to that one.
Remember,
Yeah.
we were talking about it, but Bushido, remember me and you were. It was me, you, and I forgot. I forgot who else was in it. Remember,
It
I
was
even called you.
I think it was Teasy and
I don't remember who the other person, but yeah, we literally brought that up. It was like we were
yeah,
literally saying, I'm looking for if to me personally, I have a PC, so I could play WoW on my PC. But for anybody that doesn't have a PC, or maybe it's just they can't afford it, or just don't really want a PC, or a high end one. This I think that would be a good thing for them. I really do. I think that would be something that would they could possibly get somebody to come there. Maybe we can use if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you'd probably get you know you would get perks and stuff like that, and all that. So, I mean, I think it would be a good idea to bring it to console, and I think that would be pretty well. They already pretty much have controller support, so it's not like they can't just kind of not saying copy paste, but they can kind of just move it over a little bit and do their thing and get it on there. And I think they can get people to subscribe and get them more people in there. So that's
oh
perfect for
yeah, I
me. I
think it
think.
would help
But
big
here's
time
yeah,
with
but
the
here's the thing.
membership.
I think there's one detail in this thing that I think is quite interesting because the developer said that yeah they are thinking since the moment the acquisition got finished and they are now part of Microsoft, they have been thinking of this possibility and they are excited about trying to do something like that, but they confirmed that it's gonna have some adaptation. Things are going to be different from the normal World of Warcrafts that we are used to. And I don't think this is just in terms of the controls, because yeah, instead of playing on a PC, you're going to be playing with a controller. But I think it's kind of related also with the facts that maybe console players are not going to keep keep purchasing and paying a subscription service to play the game. One thing is like, okay, we are already paying for the internet. We are paying also for the service to play online on Xbox. After all, these games are not free, and the service for you to pay on those online is not free as well. After all, we need Xbox, what was called Xbox Live Gold. Uh, we are already paying Game Pass. Why would I also pay for the subscription to keep playing the game if I am already paying for everything else, including the base game and the expansions. I
And
think maybe
now has that been
that,
confirmed that you would still have to pay for the game on Game Pass?
I
yeah,
mean, oh,
I
you.
think
Oh yeah, okay. Oh,
yeah, I think the maybe the way they are going to be doing is like there's going to be some increased price on the Game Pass service subscription, and that's because of paying also for World of Warcraft. That might be some of the benefits that you are going to be getting with Game Pass. You can play World of Warcraft without paying for any subscription service
Yeah, because if you had to
besides
pay
Game
for it, I think that would be dumb on Xbox's part to have people
Yeah,
pay for
that's what
WoW
I'm thinking.
and pay for it. Yeah, but I don't think they would because they're trying to get their memberships up. Now, if they did, now listen, I'm just saying that would be dumb. Okay, so I'm letting you know that now. That would be dumb. But I wonder if um, if they would do something as dumb as that. But either way, I still think that it'll be just inside the subscription service. It'll help with bringing up the numbers. It would absolutely help with people who like that type of game and have a console. Maybe they had a PC and they never got it upgraded or had another one again. But either way, I think it would help big time because a lot of people are excited for it. Not
Well,
me though, but no disrespect. It's just not for me.
yeah, yeah, I totally get that. I don't know. It's like my wife trying to get me to play uh, Elder Scrolls Online, and I just can't bring myself to do it because I don't have that kind of time to to put
Right.
into a game like that.
yeah, she does play. I always see her on there. I don't know how she
Yeah,
does it.
she's always balling out on that for her clan. It literally looks like the whole clan's in the party.
Hey, one of y'all want to take this next topic? I need to go take care of something real quick.
What's
It's
what is?
What's bothering you?
the PS5 and PS4 will no longer be able to access Twitter X starting November 13th. It's in the
Uh,
news.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
I'll be right back.
It says we got a thing going on. It says on November 13th, Twitter/X posting. It says the content you can't post content on the PlayStation 5 or the 4 no longer work. Pretty much similar to what they did with Xbox a couple months ago because thanks. So they're doing a complete, change of that. So it looks like they're probably not willing to do that. That would be on November 13th. So yeah, no longer functional. This includes ability to view any kind of content published on the X from the PS5 or the 4, and your ability to post or view contact trophies, gameplay related activities directly from your PlayStation to your X account. So you can't do absolutely nothing. Pretty much, they're eliminating counts to Twitter to your PlayStation. I mean,
I wonder what that's about because it's
I,
really
it, well, I think of. Oh, go ahead, Bush. Go ahead, Bush. You go ahead.
no, it just yeah. I want to hear yours too, but because I have no idea because any idea is a good idea at this point from in my head and looking at this because if you ask me, um, I don't know what's going on with it. So me making this comment's it could be sounding dumb after whatever you have to say next, but I don't know if it's a thing where X Twitter X might want money for it or something. I don't know. It just
Yeah,
because Elon's looking for money for every source, and as far as I'm concerned, this would be anything that we post from Xbox or PlayStation would be just about advertisement for the game, the company, the console, and everything. So I don't know if that could be something that he's looking at. What do you got?
I think like you pretty much you put the nail on the coffin right there. I think Elon just asking for more money and Sony
Mm,
and Sony and Microsoft because Microsoft did do this a little while ago. They're just not willing to pay that type of money because he's greedy. I mean, I get it. It's a business. I get you're trying to make as much money as possible, but it does suck. And I mean, in my personal opinion, most people do have a cell phone nowadays, so you could just pretty much do it from you just can save it to your phone. Like you could take a screenshot with your PlayStation and then log into your PlayStation through your phone, and then just click on the save stuff, or just or send it to your phone or whatever. However, I'm sure there's a way you could do it. There's always a will. There's a way where you could save and send content, to your phone. So I think it's just a simpler way with that. But I think that in all my days of using Xbox and PlayStation, I think I used it twice for Twitter, and it was more just a share, like maybe me on like beating Halo 5 or whatever. I don't remember what it was. It was some weird. It was not that low, about 5 years ago, 4 years, and I barely used Twitter then at a time. So I think it's just the end of the day that it's just Elon being greedy, and the other greedy companies are just like, yeah, well, we're not giving it to you. It's not that people don't use that feature as much as you think they do, and you're not looking at your statistics, and we're not going to give you $1 million.
Yeah,
we're not going to give you $1 million to satisfy 0.005% of the community. So so, and Matthew, good seeing you here, and I think Umbra's in the chat. We have some other dude.
Umbra, get out of the chat.
I don't know how to say that guy's name. Is Seprin? I don't know how to say his last name. I have no idea. I think it's a Spanish name. I'm not sure. Sorry if I.
Stefan. SAP.
No. It's CEPREN, and it's a backwards N, so it's definitely something else. Sorry that I didn't speak it right.
Welcome.
Fabio, what about you? Do you got anything to say about this Twitter thing?
Oh, I thought you asked Fabio what that name was.
No,
anything?
honestly, I have no opinions about it.
No opinions. What about Bobby? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, he's not. I can keep going. Oh, okay. I can keep going, if you need to, Bobby. You need me to keep going?
So, I did have a couple questions. So, for one, I think it's because PlayStation is seeing their gamers on Twitter more than they're seeing their gamers on their consoles.
That's
why I think PlayStation made this move. And two, Mr. Bush, I saw the other day you had your gameplay on Twitter from Liza P when you beat that one boss. How did you do that?
From my phone. The app. You can still do it from the app. So it's easier, actually, and faster. It's easier and faster to trim your videos on the app. It is twice as fast to trim your videos.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So I just use the app. Sometimes I'll trim it and then send it. But I will say this. Twitter, for some reason, I don't know if it's just me. Anybody in the chat, let me know. But for some reason, whenever I try to post a video, it won't let me post the whole thing. It only let me post a portion of it. Yeah, it hasn't post the whole video, like the 2 minutes and 23 seconds, I think or 32 seconds. I think they give you. I haven't been able to get that. I've only been getting like 30 seconds. Oh. It's like it's stuck there. I can't move you know how they adjust it when you send a video there? Well, I can't adjust it. I've just been trying to bring it up. I've tried different devices and it doesn't work.
Apparently, Elon wanted more money for that extra time. But hey, he is trying to get us to Mars. So, in his defense.
Right. Get him to Mars.
Palpatine.
Nobody told him to buy Twitter in the first freaking place.
Yeah.
He said, it says I saw the one of Bushy getting beat down by the clown robot.
Yes. Yes. Who said that?
Palpatine.
Yes, I was. Yo, he was on my everlasting nerves. There's another one too, Palpy, where I got beat down again. I post my beat downs. Oh yeah, I post my beat downs. I don't post just me winning. If it's one of those losses where it is a microsecond where I could have won, I'm posting that. It irritates me.
Oh, and by the way, Bushido, remember we were talking yesterday about your Liza P game? It was Lords of the Fallen. That's a complete co-op game, not Liza P.
Oh, Lords of the Fallen.
Yes, I had it backwards. Remember, I told you I couldn't remember, so I texted my brother and asked him. I texted my brother and I said, "Hey, what game was you playing? With that?" Sorry, I know this ain't topic related or nothing like that, but it's just hit my head and I'm thinking about it. So, what is?
What is what?
Takes 3 to 5 times. Yeah, well, I don't know where you got 3 to. I don't know if you're talking about your Xbox there, Timber, or your PlayStation, or your phone.
What do you say, 3 to 5 what?
He says, it says, my Twitter never loads normally. Like it says, lately it's always taken 3 to 5 times to do so. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a problem with Twitter. Like, nothing to do with my phone or my PC or anything. Twitter's been pretty good for me. So, I don't know what's going on with that. It might be internet based or something.
Same here. The Twitter on my PC has been a little weird here lately because, one, I got the Twitter app off the Microsoft Store.
Ugh.
Which has always worked really good, but
Like
now
that. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm not laughing.
with the Microsoft Store.
First of all, I just realized is that your boy?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm like, wait, Matthew. I'm like, is that not his boy? I'm like, didn't know that. And then I seen his last name. I'm like, hold on, that's Bobby's.
Yeah.
How's Bethany even doing anyway, Bob?
Yeah, he found my podcast on the smart TV in the living room, and he's
Hey,
watching.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask.
Hey, Bobby,
Matthew,
how's Bethany doing? Bethany doing all right?
Oh yeah, Bethany's doing great. Bethany's doing great. Bethany is actually a D&D tonight.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, she's joined.
What's up with Wednesday night always being on Wednesday for dungeon?
I don't know.
All my friends that
Everybody
do it
I
on
know,
Wednesday. Does it on Wednesday. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's weird. Yep.
Yeah,
You guys are like real. They probably real druids. They go with like the Jedi capes on and go in and go. Holding up a candle.
So
I do want to say real quick, Bobby, before you get ahead. Matthew, you're about to see your dad in this. If you're gonna watch this podcast, you're gonna see your dad get made fun of. So do not make fun of him outside of the podcast, okay? I just want to clarify.
We don't want him to be short tempered with us.
Oh, God.
We don't want him to feel like Peter Griffin in the situation with Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't want
So back to my issues with Twitter on sometimes when I go to open the app, it won't open through ever since they changed it to X, there's not a download for an app called X. So whenever I open the Twitter app, sometimes it launches in the app space, but sometimes it launches with Edge, and then it wants me to log in with Edge it's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, that might be you need to go into your settings when you click on that app, then it directs you towards your service. Like I use Google Chrome, so I had to rearrange it because it was all going to Microsoft Edge. So you have to probably go into your settings, change your browser what browser when it pops up on stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still getting points
every
from
other
Edge.
normal human being. You need to start using it on your phone, like every other normal human being. Instead of being a psychopath and using your PC.
All right, that's not nice, Bush. That's not nice.
Yeah, but it's true that only psychopaths use it on a PC.
All right, Ubisoft is laying off 124 employees.
Yes.
From the
Don't you ever cut me off again.
A global IT team.
Well, I'm talking to Bobby. Don't ever do that.
I was getting ready to cut you off and move on anyway.
Well, that's you though. But
see, Bashida, you didn't notice that Bobby gave me permission to do this. So
no, I don't remember him saying that.
That's because it was a me and him conversation. So you see your ass out.
No, it would never be a you and him conversation. It's always a me and Bobby conversation. Don't do that.
Wow!
Don't you dare.
Well, today is the day when you're
fighting over Bobby.
Well, when you make $400,000 a year, I mean, there's gonna be grown men that fight over you. Okay, all right.
I mean, as you can see, Matthew, both these guys really love your fun.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
We cannot go any deeper than that. Literally.
Yes.
Sorry, no deeper than that. That's the slowest we're gonna go.
So what is it about these studios after they release a game? They go
admit, shut up to your father.
They go off they do a very big layoff.
I'm looking through this. This is layoff at Assassin's Creed. It says, so I'm reading it. It says Oteku had early reported that the company was making layoffs for the Assassin's Creed and Far Cry studios and Ubisoft Montreal, which is the largest in-house development team with some 4,000 employees as of 21. And the company also announced that in Ubisoft London mobile studios that it took 54 people also. And then it says it's going to save about $200 million in the next 2 years to restructure and do everything it's supposed to fix the right stuff.
Ooh.
So I mean, $200 million.
Money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of
You
money.
said
I don't know
200
why.
billion? You're saying 200
two-
million, right?
200 million. 200 million. Yeah, no way. They don't make Ubisoft ain't even worth
Yeah,
200
yeah,
billion.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so
Barely worth two.
I don't know. This is a weird. See, I feel bad because the gaming community, right? The gaming development everywhere. I mean, we're talking Epic. We're talking even it's going to hit Xbox clearly when they fully structure Activision next year, into early next year. People are going to get laid off. You know, it's just what it is. But like, you know, I don't really know what's going on because it's saying, you know, they're saying that, you know, gaming is big and booming right now.
No,
So,
what it is that I'm sorry, I'll wait for you to be done. I can tell you what it is.
Yeah, that's fine. And I just don't understand it. So I mean, you explain yourself. I mean, because I feel bad for these people because, you know, if you're like at the end of the list, right? You know, you're kind of, let's say the people in Epic, right? They said half the people would get some of their jobs from somewhere else, but half of those people will get a pension and get laid off, right? But like, so they can go find another job, right? Because they're the first group of people to get laid off. But once we started getting into like 20th big company laid off and you're laying off another 1,000 people or whatever, 500 people, now those people will not get the opportunity to get another job because the first 19 studios and developer teams have already pretty much scummed up the little bit that's left. So it's best off, I know it sounds crazy, to get laid off now and then instead of 6 months from now, because you don't know what's going to happen from 6 months from now. But go ahead, Bush. I want to hear what you got to say, why it's going on.
It's simple, man, and we've talked about it before. If anyone has heard us say this a billion times, me and Mac talk an awful lot, unfortunately. But it is all about the money. It's about the fact that when you look at your fiscal year and you are not, let's say last year you made 5 billion. And the year before you made 4 billion, and then it goes to 5 billion, like I said, and then this year you are expected to make 6 billion. How can you do so if you're leaking money? And so the first thing that people will start doing is start chopping heads, and then wait and see how the other games work out, and then rehire if things get better. But for the most part, that's what it's all about. It's all about making sure that to your investors you're making money, making sure that to your the company, the person who owns the company, that you're actually making money. It's just as simple as that. And it's a shame that these companies still are making money, but unfortunately for execs, they are looked at to make the same amount, if not more. Excuse me, making the same amount is almost not even what they even want to have. They want you to make more, and not even a little bit more. You have to continue to make growth, and it's almost an impossible thing for someone or to have, because you don't know what's going to happen the next year. We were in like a recession right now, and jobs and money are hard to come by. And to be able to say that, hey, you should be able to make money selling these video games by this time. How come you're not selling this many video games? You tell me why. It doesn't work like that. They can't even listen. Whatever they're telling them, it's not even necessarily the truth. It's just a calculation of what they assume is one of the reasons why. But it's not the complete reason why. You know, it could be the games suck. You know, some people aren't into these types of games. It could be a whole bunch of other things. People just didn't have money that month, and sometimes by the time we get to another month, the another game comes out, and they say, "Well, I guess I have to worry about that game later," and that's how it gets done. That's how it happens. The game could be great, and it's happened plenty of times, but it just happens like that.
Do we think studios are bringing on personnel to push for a game release, and then after a release, they're letting go of, they're trimming the fat? Because Ubisoft,
Well, when you look at
they just
Ubisoft,
released Mirage.
yeah, Ubisoft is gigantic, though. I mean, when I looked at Ubisoft,
just in Montreal, so that's
listen, they got
the
multiple. They have 64 studios.
I mean, but the thing is,
that's why I keep telling people Microsoft is not buying. When they keep saying, "Oh, what about the next person they're going to buy?" And I always said, why would they buy
Ain't
Ubisoft?
Ubisoft.
Dude,
I like
Ubisoft's
Ubisoft games, but it ain't Ubisoft.
great games, but the employee ratio to Microsoft, they would triple
Ooh,
their freaking value of people.
it's
No,
ridiculous.
no
Yeah,
way,
they're like
no
the
way.
top 5 of studios.
I want to, yeah,
Good.
I want to add
but like
something.
here's
Hold on, 1 second, Fabio. I want to add
sure, no
somebody.
worries.
Palpatine brought something up that was pretty big. Overhiring. Remember, we talked about overhiring with Epic
Yeah.
and that
Yep.
thing,
Yep.
and then COVID situation because they had to do more out thing because they had to fix it in AI. This is why we're in this situation with the movies. AI is a big thing right now where people are just using it for pictures. Why? Think about a concept, right? Oh, like you can type. I mean, me and Bushido's pictures are AI driven, right? Because I did a lot of work with this stuff. It took me a little bit of time, but it's AI driven. But imagine somebody that actually has good software, great software, understands the knowledge of it. So I can only imagine like what it could be like in a gaming thing. Let's say you use Halo, for example, because we always bring Halo up at least one time in the podcast. And just type in like,
Sure,
oh,
that's
can we get a Halo 3 midship match, excuse me, Halo 2 midship, and make it into Halo Infinite's concept, right? Bam. Now this AI is going to give you 40, 50 pictures over the matter of a few hours, like an hour. And now you go find one that looks decent. And now you got a concept of something. So you're using less knowledge and effort and time
Yeah.
to do something so small. This is why they're trying to get rid of AI. This is the reason why they're trying not to use AI in movies. This is the reason why their gaming is getting to we're possibly going to have a strike in video game
I would love to get to
happiness.
that conversation one of these days too.
But that's something
about
that's
what's
huge.
bad.
It's above and beyond the layoffs, I would say. But this is just This is just like you guys said, trimming the fat. We're just figuring out. They're figuring stuff out. My bad, Fabio. Go ahead.
No, no worries at all. But like, it's just the nature of the industry. When when a company, when a studio has a project, we are working on this game. During the process of development, they are keeping their jobs. The moment that project ends,
Yep.
there's a lot of developers that are always like afraid and are scared when a project ends and they are now waiting for a new one because it's like almost 100% guaranteed that a lot of the team is going to change until a next project comes. Because first of all, if the game doesn't is not a success, then there's no return in investments, and that's why they're going to be doing layoffs. If literally there's no the publisher has no intentions anymore to work with that particular studio, if if it is part of its family studios or if it is a third party deal, like doesn't matter. There's always going to be a chance where the studio is going to have a lot of layoffs. That's the nature of the industry. And I think there's no publisher that is like, oh yeah, this place here is 100% safe. No worries at all. You are not going to be getting laid off whatsoever. I mean, we saw that a lot with Activision Blizzard, with Bob Cody. We saw that in Xbox with 343, parts of the Bethesda staff. We saw that mostly recent with Bungie. So sure, their reasons, their motives might be quite different. But every time a game is being developed, and once the development process if is finished, there's always going to be a chance where you're going to be out of a job. Because actually, even though you are working for a studio, I think the best comparison you need to do when you are a game developer and you are working for a studio is not that you have, okay, this is a safe place, I'm not gonna get fired, my contract is 5 6 years plus, and that's it. No, you need to consider this to be like a lancer thing, honestly, where one day you are having something, the other day you're out of a job.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but with a contract, I don't think you would assume that though. A lot of times, how it's usually been is the guys with contracts usually keep their jobs, and the ones who get hired on as temps or so forth, they're the ones who usually look at it. Have to look at it that way as far as work is concerned. But
Yeah, but like you when you consider, and also you would think that it is. that the right way for the studios to work on is like the people who are the heart and soul of the studio, or the heart and soul of the company, or the heart and soul of that worked on making that franchise, that IP so special, are going to be guaranteed to be working on that studio until they decide to retire and go out in their own terms. No, we saw that on Bungie. We literally had guys like, what's his name, like he was one of the composers of the Halo
Oh yeah,
IP.
yeah, 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 yeah.
We There was the layoff also of the person of the lady that designed the Halo logo. So like we are talking about guys that were with Bungie since the beginning, and out of nowhere
You Joseph
they're gone.
Staten is the one you're speaking of.
No, Joseph State.
No, no,
No,
he's talking about the
Joseph Staten was
composer.
well. I'm talking about the composer. Joseph Staten he left Bungie a long time ago. I'm talking about the layoffs that we had
No,
right
just
now. And
recently.
yeah,
Yeah,
like Joseph Staten, like he got in his own way, because yeah, the release was not that great in terms of the multiplayer, but like he just saved the Halo Infinite campaign, because with the way it was going to be done before, with the way things were working on, with the development hell that Halo Infinite had, it was going to be a disaster. And like Joseph Stated came in and said, "Okay, let's fix this up. Let's make a good story that's going to be special. Let's make something that is going to remind people that this is Halo and Halo is here to stay." And let's be honest, the campaign, even though the multiplayer had no content, the campaign in Halo Infinite had no issues at all. The only thing that people were complaining was the fact that there was not going to have co-op at release. But the story, the
right.
open world,
We're still
the
talking about
mechanics,
Bungie,
really
right?
good.
We still talking about Bungie, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying that like Joe
No,
Stanton
because you
is
get.
one of those
Yeah,
guys
I'm
that
trying to
like
make
he
sure
saved.
you don't go down the
No,
whole.
no,
You go down the rabbit
no,
hole
no,
of Halo.
no, no, no,
It
no,
happens
not at
every
all. It's
time we
just
talk
because
about
I'm just
Halo.
trying to. No, no,
Yep,
it's just
yep. Yeah.
I'm just trying to say that
I
like
know
Joe
your
Stanton
point
is a
is
good
making, but I know
example.
you love Halo, and the minute we get on
No,
Halo,
can I
you
say,
know,
can I continue, please?
yes,
Like,
you can, yes.
I'm just saying that the minute that Halo Infinite got released, and we saw how it was because of Joe Stanton in terms of the campaign, you would think that 343 and Microsoft would continue to have Joe Stanton working with them. What happened? He got laid off. Why?
Mm,
You got me on that one too, because
yeah,
I really don't even know what to let them go either.
yeah, me
I mean,
neither.
I don't know if it was changing in management or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah,
You see,
But one of these
like
days, I want to
so
have a conversation about
it doesn't
AI. I
matter.
do want to have that conversation. I would love to have that conversation because that one's a slippery slope on that one too.
oh, we can talk about it. Personally, I think the AI conversation that Microsoft just picked
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
up.
that's right.
Just picked somebody up
Did they?
that yeah, and they're talking
Yeah, just this
about
week.
yeah, just this week they're talking about them using AI to pick the quests for you and objectives for you in game so that you're not bombarded with just a ton of stuff. Things will be given to you when A, you're ready for them, B, when you're in the vicinity, and C, when it doesn't conflict or pull you away from the main story. So I don't know. I mean,
I'm for it though.
it could have its positives. And now,
Yeah,
as
I'm
far
for
as
it.
like AI writing the stories and shit, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I have to see one first.
if it helps with writing, I'm fine with that. Um, I don't know about writing. I just don't want anybody to lose their jobs. I like the human touch of stories, and I don't want it to devolve into what an AI would perceive as what I would want to read. But I do like the idea of advancement technology. I've always been about advancement technology, and I do like the idea of it helping with game development if it's gonna, especially if it's gonna speed it up.
Yeah.
And if it's going to help with game design, it's supposed to help. They were working on it for that too, for game design too, to help in that matter. So I'm for it, but I still want to protect people's jobs though.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so true. Man, I thought it's kind of a step. You know, you take a step back and you take a step forward, and you take a step back. I thought Mirage was going to be um, you stepping back into form with Assassin's Creed and
It's great.
Ubisoft, and then they go and lay off all these people. It's like, okay, don't we still have Avatar getting ready to come out, which honestly, I think Avatar is just gonna play exactly like Far Cry. It is Far Cry 6 with a different skin. That's what I think. So, yeah. When is N7 day, Mr. Bushido? N7.
Um, and 7 days is over. It's on the 7th. It's
Mm-hmm.
on the 7th of November.
Did you catch the Mass Effect Epsilon teaser video?
Yes, I did.
And what did you think?
It was kind of. Listen, it's too much for teasers. A lot of times when you see somebody walking, and then because like the first time I saw it, I only saw just the feet part, and I was like, all right, well, that's cool, yeah. But then finally saw the whole thing, and I was like, oh, that looks really slick. The whole trench coat type thing, and the mask. So it just, to me, from what I was looking at was that there are some design changes as far as that is concerned. I noticed that the character is female, so I'm wondering, is it now? Now the thing is, it as I looked at the head, I was wondering if it was Liara, but I don't think so because the head was um, way more um, spherical than a sorry head would be. Asari's heads are like scales or I don't know what you really want to say, but their heads aren't shaped and made the same way as humans, and it wouldn't be as round. So I'm not too sure of that, but it looked really cool. I was gassed up for that one. It was a stone cold gas, as they say back in my day.
Stone Cold
It was
Gas.
fly, it was fat,
Mm-hmm.
you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Fat,
After
fly, on fire. Yeah. No, I mean not so on fire that it's flaming, but fire. Yeah.
Ropadopus, yeah, Ropadocious,
Robodocious. my son's having
Bootylicious.
my son's having issues. I have to go help him for a second. Yeah. Fabio, Sanji,
Mm.
anything to say about this?
Nope, that's it.
No,
I said my piece about it.
really. Not a Mass Effect fan.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about the last stuff. Oh yeah, I'm a great man. I sorry, I was zoning in and out. Yeah, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. Like Bushido. I mean, that's pretty much why me and Bushido first started talking was because of that. I was like, man, I really like your gamer tag, and here we are, almost over a year later. We're still friends.
Oh,
Um,
Epsilon
I know
trailer.
I
Your
call.
thoughts? Epsilon teaser.
what's no, I didn't see the trailer. Is there a trailer?
There is.
Yeah, yeah.
Really? I didn't know there was a trailer. Okay, I'll have to look
It's
at
it's
it.
not really. It's
I
like a teaser.
mean,
Oh, is it like a teaser? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready
Look
for
it
the
up real
next Max?
quick.
Are you guys ready
Look
for
it
the
up.
next Mass Effect?
Yeah, look it up real quick. It's short.
All right, let me look at.
What were you
What
saying,
about
Pop?
what about you, Fabio?
I mean, I mean, like, even though Mass Effect is forever going to be a legendary franchise, I just hate the way that BioWare has been doing in terms of communication with its fan base. Because
Yeah,
honestly, like, for how long have we been waiting for BioWare to like, oh guys, what about other projects? What about the Dragon Age, the next Dragon Age that you guys already teased about? Like, is there anything new about that? And Mass Effect, for how long are we going to be waiting about that? Because, like, we live in a again we talked about this before. We live in an era where just showing a trailer, where just showing a teaser, and when just showing a CGI trailer doesn't help me with anything. If like whatever, if the, like what, who cares if you are, oh my god, there's gonna be a brand new Mass Effect. So yeah, but it's going to be
Ah.
released 2 decades from now.
2 decades.
Oh, okay.
First
So,
of all, he's always over
so
exaggerate. I like
I
his
just
over
I just watched it.
exaggeration with his own
Nice.
mark though.
No.
But he's right though. It's like I don't know. First of all, I don't like the fact that Bioware got ripped apart the way it did. That's another conversation. But I would like to get more updates and better updates on a regular basis about what's going on with Mass Effect or Dragon Age or any project that they're working on. And we just don't get those things. We get more updates from Ninja Theory than we get from Bioware, which is wild. Is I
Exactly.
don't know because
I
we
mean,
really don't even get that many updates from them.
we've been getting more updates from Arcane Austin in Redfall updates than from BioWare.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so I just watched the trailer. So I didn't actually realize that that was for like a whole brand new Mass Effect. Like, really?
yeah.
I did
That's
not.
what.
That's what I was wondering what you were saying about a female. I'm like, this dude talking about a female. I'm like, you could be a female person, can't you? I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like so confused on what you were talking about, and I thought maybe it was just like a teaser for like just being in 7 Day, but no, it's an actual
No,
trailer for a
no.
whole new game. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
not that cool. Yeah,
oh yeah, can't wait. I mean, you guys know how well you know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to see more on that. That's
yeah.
something that
You're gonna have to look at the trailer a few times to pick up on some of the things that they did with the new uniform or whatever it is. But
yeah.
it really does look cool. It is just a teaser, but it looks cool and everything. And it was nice to have on N7 Day. But I'm with Fabio. Like, where's the update on the game? And I'm not one of those type of gamers to be complaining like, where's the game? Or I'm sending dick pics. It's not like that with me. It's just that it's been a long time. It's been like 3 years at least. Like, can we find out something what's going on with the game? Like, where are we looking like
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
yeah, we looking like
The
it's gonna
main
be on
the
time,
main
whatever the
the
time
main
is.
problem
Got one.
the main problem is the fact that it took so long to finally, oh yeah, we are getting something new. They are showing what they are working on. Why couldn't they do that before? Like, don't you get, why can't you do that with a game that you've already announced, like Dragon Age?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't
Yeah.
like the
It's a,
management of what's going on there
it's
right
just
now.
Yeah, I
But
think I think we're gonna see
just
something about Dragon Age and on the Video Game Awards because they kind of didn't they show it then for the Dragon Age for that or
I
yeah, but
forgot
like
when we saw
for
that
how
Dragon
long?
Age thing.
Like for
yeah
how
it was.
long
I'm
we
telling you, it was
have
the
been
VGAs. I
waiting
thought that's
It
for
what.
was the
that?
BJ's. What's the funny thing? And pay attention if I'm right or wrong on this one. But I've noticed for the VGAs, you do not get the same trailers every year.
Same games.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
like when a game is shown on the VGAs, you never see it again. There, at least you see it someplace. You see it again someplace else, but they never re-show the same game on the VGAs. Never, not even Xbox, PlayStation. If they don't have anything, they're like, screw it. We just don't have anything. But they will not show the same games. So if we do see what oh my God, I would love to see something on Dragon Age or Mass Effect at the VGAs this year. I would lose my stuff. Like, it just would be really exciting to see something, even if it's just a trailer. Just something showing that, hey, look, this is going to be some of the stuff that you'd be able to do. Not actual gameplay, but just concept of what the gameplay will be like. I'll be
Hmm.
hyped for that.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they show some more on some freaking Dragon Age. I love Inquisition. I love mainly Dragon Age 2 is amazing. So would definitely
Dragon Age, Dragon Age
hope they show more.
Origins, also another masterpiece, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of games they can easily go for.
I like Inquisition.
It's
Personally.
just
personally
I
don't
mean,
know if
like
it's just successful.
it's just like the situation that Activision Blizzard was having with like the when they showed that trailer, the first trailer and announcement of Overwatch 2, and the first trailer and announcement for Diablo 4. I mean, for how long did it took you guys? And like, even though Diablo 4 did have a really good launch, a really good release, and like it was having a lot of hype and markets about it, Overwatch 2 was just okay. Oh yeah, let's just drop it. Like, I was really surprised when out of sudden, wait a minute, Overwatch 2 already got released. What?
Yeah, I didn't even know that got when it got released. I'm not even an Overwatch fan, but when that got released, I was like, oh, it's out.
You don't remember? I remember when it got
No.
released.
Yeah, I'm not an Overwatch fan.
I mean,
It was
me
just
neither. But
out of nowhere.
so
It's
See,
just
you
one of
yeah,
probably
those
was backing me
situations
up.
of like it's just like one of those situations where like if you're not noticing the main issue and the problem that has been happening, you are really out of touch with your community.
mm.
That's what it is, though. That's the case.
Wow. Maybe it's just old age memory.
Maybe.
I acknowledge that I don't remember. Like, it just was there, and I was like, oh, yeah, there it is.
Okay. Yeah.
What up, Timmy? By the way, Timmy's in the chat.
Yep. What up, Tim?
Timothy.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Well, next on the docket.
What's going on there, Bushy?
I don't know. Real quick before we go into this,
Sleepers,
I don't see. I don't. Okay, so he did. Okay, so that'll be the last topic. I'll bring it up on. It's our last topic. Okay, I was just. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up something.
Nintendo is working on the live action The Legend of Zelda movie. And
Wait, it's a oh, I was under the
No,
impression it's a series. It's a movie.
No,
yeah,
it's
it is.
live action. It's a live action TV show. It's
Oh, it is. Okay. Okay.
oh, Eurogamer says it's working on a live action The Legend of Zelda movie.
yeah. I don't know.
And
There was
they all get everything wrong. So it could be either or, as far as I know. We know.
Hey, Mr. Bushido, Matthew would like me to say hi for him. Hello.
Hi, Matthew.
Hello, Mr. Bushido.
Hello.
I just loved like he's saying, KY Bob, say hi.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have seen. I'm
say
surprised it took this long to get a Legend of Zelda movie. Really. So, I can't say I didn't see it coming.
What do you want to know? The downfall of it is.
What?
What's that?
It's Sony's pictures. That's the downfall of it.
Oh, you forgot. We was talking about that.
Seriously.
Making
God
fun of that.
damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
Sony is not really good at their movies. It's like hit or miss.
Yeah, so it's one of those weird things. Yeah, I don't know, man. We don't know what we're gonna get. I do think that they got a. I think I forgot how to say his name, but I know he's supposedly a very good producer or whatever, a director, whatever you want to call it.
Director.
So we'll see if that maybe might be worthy of enough of it. But we'll see here in the long run. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Looks pretty. I'm gonna watch it. I need to watch the One Piece thing too because that's live action too.
It's
So
good.
That's
It's
kind of
actually
Yeah.
pretty.
that's kind of funny. That's like Microsoft going to Sony Pictures for their live action Gears of War movie instead of Netflix.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
because I know Netflix would have
I
done that.
mean,
They'd have been like Legend of Zelda. Fuck yeah, let's do this. Have you seen? We can do this. We can do
I
this. Have you seen
mean-
The Witcher? We can do this.
Yes.
I
They
mean,
sure.
considering the way Microsoft handles its own IPs in terms of TV series and movies with the Halo TV show.
Ugh. The biggest mistake was they let the writers come up with their own universe and nobody back checked them. Like, hey, look, dude, this is dumb.
Like
So-
Master Chief showing his face makes no sense at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, not at all. So yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait to see what it's going to be like. I mean, yeah, I'll definitely watch it, but Yeah, I don't know. Sony
thing.
Pictures doing it. They've been hit or miss, like Bush said. Is everybody on the panel on a PC?
I have one, but it's in storage in the house.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm
I
on a
don't.
PC. Why?
Cause
What do you mean?
the next topic, every game the day before appears to rip off. Click on
Oh
that.
my god!
Yep, click on that link, and then click on visit site, and it'll keep you in Discord. It'll
I've
just
seen it.
I
Yeah, I know
don't
how
Yeah,
to
I've
do it.
seen it. Yeah,
I don't buy any of this. Yes, they're
I don't
showing.
know.
No, they're showing. Okay, it's like the first one that they show is Red Dead Redemption 2, where
Yeah, Red Dead, GTA 5, Cyberpunk, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Last of Us, and The Division.
This
Supposedly
is
it's copy.
disgusting.
It's script all those. What? I don't even.
Right.
no, but
Accusers of the copy had led to this. What's up?
if you scroll down, they actually show you the screenshots side by side where they're comparing the two
Yes.
games, and
Yes.
I don't buy it in any one of them because
So what
you're
they're trying to say is that what they made and they showing us, that's what they ripped it off of. And so, in other words, to make a successful trailer or video on the day before, that's what they did. Now, the day before is
Holy
coming
crap!
off
What
very,
the freak?
it's coming
It's
off very iffy because they haven't shown gameplay yet, and the game is supposed to be out like around the corner from now.
yeah, December
Um,
7th.
Yeah, and you got there were opportunities for them to show gameplay before and needed to, and they didn't. They haven't given any updates on it. People are wondering if it's a scam because if I'm not mistaken, it's crowdfunded and it's been like that for a while. So, and you get those scams. So it does come off very iffy. The game looks way better than it should. There have been people who worked for him have come out and said that there are some things that even to them was kind of choppy. I don't know. I would love for it to be true that the game is what it is, but it is way prettier than it should be. And after seeing those bits and pieces, the snippets that are stolen from other trailers, that's really throwing a lot more doubt inside of my head.
I don't
So,
know.
but I really want it to be true.
So
I really want the game to be true.
I haven't actually seen like the snippets. I mean, are we talking about
Hmm.
video snippets? Because I'm looking
Yeah,
at
there are
side
video.
by side screenshots, and like the first one with Red Dead
Oh,
Redemption 2,
wait, is it just screenshots
Just
that you're looking?
screenshot.
just screenshots.
Oh, no, no, no. See, listen, they're videos. They're videos, side by side videos that show where the trailer that they had for it, where they were getting the conceptual ideas, where people were saying like, "Hey, man, this is from the Division. Hey, man, this is from this game. This is from this game." They just copied these things and they just programmed it, to for their game. But these are from their games. This isn't an original thing from their game. This is just from their made up trail thing, and they never addressed it. I don't know, man.
Um, I
I
don't know.
don't know what to say.
I don't know. I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't know what to say.
because it's
If I find a
basically
video, Bob, I'll send it to you.
it's like you're taking one thing because like okay, like I'm gonna go back to the first one here, Red Dead Redemption 2, where he's holding the rifle or the shotgun, and then you look at the day before picture, and there's only so many ways to hold a rifle correctly. And one the day before, he's actually looking down the sights, and in Red Dead Redemption 2, he's not. His eyes are 4 inches above the rail sight. And then you go down to Grand Theft Auto 5, and they're comparing a picture of a car, which is a Lamborghini,
Yeah.
that looks very, very real to life in your showroom, and then it shows a Lamborghini that really looks nothing like the Lamborghini in Grand Theft Auto, but the one in the day before,
Grand Theft Auto looks crappy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Holy crap.
but the
Compared to
one in
it's-
the day before is actually going down the street. And then I don't know what they're getting
Frank,
at between Cyberpunk and the day before, because to me that looks completely different.
You look
I
at
mean,
the one thing I'm worried about with Day Before is it's a lot of elements thrown in that game. Also, like you could drive, and you could do this thing, and you could do that thing. It's a lot in the game, man, for it to be open world. And as you saw with Starfield, you eat up a lot of memory, and your game can only do but so much with how much memory you have to use. It's especially with the graphical fidelity and everything to go along with that, and the AI. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, look,
I'm not saying it's
they're not gonna fool me.
good.
I'm gonna wait until December 7th, and
Well, the game's free, isn't it? Isn't it a free to play game?
I don't.
no, it's not. It's $40. It's 30 and it's either 30 and 40 or 40 and 50. Depending.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait
Okay,
I'm not.
until
I'm waiting for
I
reviews.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll see it on YouTube if somebody playing it, or I hear one of my buddies playing
Same.
it, and then I'll say, okay, if it is real life and it does deliver what it looks like we thought we were going to get, if it was real, then I will definitely check it out because it seems like my jam. I love
oh yeah, it's in
apocalyptic
my wheelhouse.
games. Oh yeah, definitely. But like so if you look at the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War comparison, those are completely different assets. The doorway doesn't have a door jam. There's no framing in Cold War.
I mean, on top of it. I mean, how many? Some games are going to look alike, no matter what they are. If they're shooters, they're going to look alike. Like you said, how are you supposed to hold that shotgun or that rifle? Like, yeah, there's only a certain way you can hold it. I mean, you can't stick it up your butt and turn it around and put that as gameplay. You know what I'm saying? You have to hold it in your hands.
Love some butt stuff, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you get what I'm saying. Like, people like that? Every first person shooter or some way has something similar.
Yeah, it does.
Or any type of shooter game, it does. It if you go down the line, I mean, you could say that about any game that has a gun and you're shooting. Like, you could literally do that with any game. So I think what they're doing with this, the biggest thing about this game is they're just trying to nitpick it a little bit. Me and Bushido were talking about it. I think I forgot who we were talking about it with the other day. And I said, I think it's real. I said, I think it's just they've got caught in a bad situation with the legal actions of their name and stuff like that, and they use that as an excuse to delay the game a little bit because it wasn't fully ready. I do hope it's nice. I do hope it looks well. I hope they got all this stuff that they're supposedly gonna have in it. The gameplay trailer looked pretty decent for what it was. I wouldn't. This is somebody just nitpicking, trying to find ways to be like, this game is false just for clicks. So it does look similar to a point. I mean, but like I said, it's like a doorway. Oh wow. I mean, I guess my doorway that into this room looks the same as your doorway, Bobby, except our doors might be a little bit different, right? Correct. Obvious. It's like it. I mean, our bathrooms. I mean, our toilets look almost identical. So would that mean that we're copying each other? No, our toilets are going to look the same. I don't like when people say copy this or copy that. I mean, I want to see the game. I'm going to judge the game when I see it. That's what I'll judge it. Until then, I don't believe it's fully going to come out. But if it does on December 7th, like it's supposed to. Now, if they delay it again like 2 or 3 more times, then it's like, okay, now you're just the only benefit. The only thing that's nice about this game is you don't have to pay for it. There's no pre-orders on it right now, so you cannot pre-order it. It does not get you cannot pre-order it until it comes out, or until they preload it where you can download it. Right? Clearly, they're gonna have some. They're gonna have. I mean, and we're talking like a day or two before, so you're gonna see more gameplay beforehand. So clearly, they wait till like the day of or the day before to let you buy it. So they already said that you're gonna get an early access and a fully released. So this game is actually naturally an early access. So clearly, you want to buy the full release game just so you have early access, and then when the game does release, you could just buy it, or you could just buy the early access and then pay the little fee to the full game later on. I don't. This is like a little nitpick thing that's irritating. Like, I'm not gonna nitpick it. I don't have no reason to, but people are gonna do that. So it's just they have a lot of spare time.
With it not being available for pre-order, doesn't that really stand in the face of it being a scam? Because wouldn't you want to take everybody's money and then on day of release you get nothing?
Yeah, that's why I believe that I think Steam's took actions because of this, because of the scenario of like, people think Steam has done a really good job with making sure that you can't pay for it until then. So, and
if things defeat Steam, they will put you on a back burner in a hot minute.
Yeah, they'll Steam will just roast and make everybody. Yeah, they'll get their money back. Not that big. Steam is not going to allow a consumer to rip off, its consumers. Excuse me.
Retailer
So
group, yeah.
yeah. So I'm not stressing it. I mean, on top of it, like you guys said, why would I buy something that I don't know nothing about yet at all? And I mean, there's been a little bit of gameplay, looks decent for what it is, but I want to see full blown walking around, killing whatever you can kill, grabbing what you can grab, driving cars. I want to see everything. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. This isn't Halo. This is a brand new IP. I want to see it first. If I don't see no gameplay, I'm not going to give you my money. I have no reason to give you my money until you fully 100% show me that it looks decent or it looks somewhat playable. Right. So,
not some King Kong or some Quan Mayer bullshit.
Don't forget Golem too. I laughed at that game. They showed that game. What a garbage
King Kong thing. Oh my god, that might be the worst.
How do you go from Shadow of Mordor to this? I just don't get that. Just
Yeah, Fabio, you gonna play the day before with me, aren't you? In Wonderland.
Maybe.
Fabio, do you have?
Don't trust him. Don't trust. Don't trust Bobby. Bobby was supposed to play Remnant with us, and what did he do? He started by himself, got way ahead of us, and then like, look at all the neat stuff I got. We was like, well, Bobby, we're supposed to play this together. Were we? I was like, wow.
And then see, Matthew can even tell, if Matthew is still here, he can literally say, you can tell Matthew that his mom carried his dad in Remnant too, which is crazy.
Yes. Wild. Just wild.
I can't wait
like
for the DLC
on our back.
Okay, let's.
All right, yeah. So, Embracer is in trouble. Embracer has bitten off a whole lot more than they could chew. They did a mass acquiring of so many studios in so short a time, and now they are pretty close to the top of the list as far as layoffs and whatnot goes. And this, the Time Splitters developer called Free Radical Design is at threat of being closed by Embracer Group just 2 years after it was reestablished. Yeah. Embracer is going through a restructuring program, and if Microsoft is smart, they'll swoop in there and get a lot of stuff. Yeah. Because
is this in our Discord? In our Discord, I want to.
Yeah, it's the one right.
Yes,
underneath.
it is.
Yep.
Would you say that Microsoft?
But let me ask you. So it says. According to a Saint Rose developer. So would they get Embracer Group just 2 years after it's reestablished store? So would they get Saints Row, or would they only get the development?
It depends. It depends on if the IP is included. If the IP goes with the developer.
So I think Microsoft should buy it if it does have the name in it. If you get Borderlands, if you get Saints Row, which I personally think Deep Silver should have made it, not the new one. But that's just because Deep Silver did a really good job with 1 and 2.
Time Splitters as well.
Yeah, Time Splitters. Yeah, there's a couple other ones that are really good. Yeah, they also made so they're saying Homefront is another game. Let's see, Crytek. Yeah. See, yeah, they got. I think as long as they can get the IPs, I mean, naturally, because it's not going to be much, right? They're not going to pay $6 billion, right? This is a small developing. I mean, you're probably looking at maybe $2 billion. I'd probably say, give or take, between $1 and $2 billion.
Yeah.
I say you do it. You put it in there.
I like it. Would you consider that Microsoft is going to try to acquire this studio, considering the way that the Activision Blizzard deal went, like considering that it took so long, and that Microsoft is in a certain war still with the FTC as well as the CMA,
if it's with
if it's under.
Yeah, if it's below a certain amount, then it
$5 billion.
Yeah,
$5
if
billion.
It's below $5 billion, it never even sees the FTC.
Yeah, if it's below $5 billion, they won't. That's why I said people keep saying Sega and all them. Then freaking companies like.
That's why when PlayStation bought that last studio, people are like, huh, it shows you that the FTC, they can see that PlayStation this and that, because look how fast it went through for them. I'm like, idiot, it's because they bought the biggest publisher in the United States. Why else wouldn't they? And it went over to $69 billion. And that's the same thing. It's just
Yeah, it's
really
not like it's not like $100 when you buy something for me, Bobby, and we just hand it over, or whatever the case may be. It's not like it's changed.
I mean,
You're talking about
considering,
$69 billion. You know how much money,
I mean,
first of all, tax.
considering,
Let's just clarify
I
that.
mean, considering how rich Bob is, he can buy like 5 Activision Blizzards and 2 Crytek's.
Oh God, here we go again.
Bobby, listen, I know your humble bragging or your humility is what is embarrassing, because you're like, I don't want people to know that I have that much money. Not because that you're embarrassed, or you don't want people coming asking you for things. It's not about that. It's you're a humble guy. You have a
What's it about
farm, and
Okay.
you're like Dave Chappelle. You have a farm, and you're trying to live a humble, quiet life.
Like Dave Chappelle.
So I was just looking through this article, and I want to read this directly from the article, because they put it they really give you a feeling of the quality of free radical design.
Quality.
Yes. This developer that is in fear of being closed by Embracer, and why I think Microsoft should go grab them. The article goes on to say, the first iteration of free radical design was formed in 1999 and developed the Time Splitter series and Second Sight. Following the disappointing reception of the game Haze and that canceled Star Wars Battlefront project, the studio went bankrupt in 2008. What remained of the company was later saved by Crytek, rebranded, and worked on the Crisis series, Warface, and Rise Son of Rome. In 2014, it was acquired by Deep Silver and turned into Dambuster. In 2016, it released Homefront: The Revolution, and earlier this year, Dead Island 2. So,
Dead Island 2 this year was good. That game,
yes.
loved it.
There's a lot of talent there.
Yeah,
It's went through a bunch of transformations and rebrandings and acquisitions, but the talent's there.
Yeah, the only game that you announced and talked up there that I didn't really care for was Warface. I just think that game was a little. Homefront I didn't hate, but it was like it wasn't good, but I didn't hate it. I did not like Warface. You guys know how I feel about first-person shooters online. I know a lot of people didn't like the Homefront game because it just was a little wonky. So, but it was very wonky. It was a 2008 game that was available in 2015. So, yeah, it sucks. But yeah, I don't see why they couldn't. Like I said, as long as it stays under that value where they don't have to deal with the higher up, FTC, the CMAs,
they did want Crytek before. It was on it. They're on their list.
Yeah, so I mean, you get Crytek, you get the Cryseer. As long as you get the biggest thing about this is getting the IPs. It's not. I understand you get your developing team, right? You get these people, they can all split up. You got Canada, and then there's a freaking European team. There's couple teams, but you have to make sure you get the IPs. I understand getting developers, but Microsoft has developers. They have enough people to make video games. That's not what they're there. That's not what they need. They need more IP, more games to sell, more games to make. That's their big key right now, is to get games out. And the only way that happens is if you get more IPs that are established.
I would love to get Crisis. I love Crisis.
It would be really good if Microsoft actually used all the IPs they have at their disposal, right?
Yeah, but a lot of the things about Microsoft and a lot of these teams, they got to get licensings back, and some of them you can't do. So it sucks.
Not Banjo. I don't want to see Banjo again. I want to hear Banjo again.
What I'm talking about. Thank you.
You don't like Banjo? You don't like Banjo, Bushido?
I'm so sick of people saying that they want Banjo back, and I'm talking about you, Noof. I can't stand the notion of bringing Banjo back. The game is centuries old. Let it go. That was when we was younger.
Uh,
Your nostalgia is
So
kicking in, and now you want that
you know,
game back. It's old. Nobody wants
do you
that
know?
game.
So let me say something. So do you like Rift
nobody,
Apart? Do you like Rift
nobody,
Apart? Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart?
nobody.
It was nice.
Yeah. So why wouldn't you want Banjo? They're similar games.
Oh,
I don't
No,
know.
I
Yes,
didn't
yes, they are.
say. I didn't say that. And they're not similar games. But
Yes, they
no,
are. They're platformers.
no,
Yes, they are.
no, no.
Fabio.
Your opinion is wrong. This is the first time I say Bushido's opinion is completely wrong.
I know Fabio
I don't
loves
disrespect
Banjo.
Banjo ever again. I'll find you. I get it though. I get why people don't like Banjo though. I'm not. It's one of those things where it's weird, but I really want to see. I don't know. It's hard to bring it back. I don't think you're gonna get 5 million
I wasn't
copies sold of Banjo.
back either, to be honest with you.
What?
You don't have to get 5
No, I
million
wasn't
copies
for it.
sold. You
But
have
Psychonauts
game.
was awesome. Would you
It's
say, Fabio?
you still need sales. You still need to sell some. You can't just
Doesn't
expect
matter.
everybody to play it on Game Pass.
You have Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, if you are
Banjo's not a
allowing
Game
your
Pass
game
seller.
to,
It's just not.
it
It's not a
is
Game
not
Pass
a Game
store, but
Pass
it's
seller, but it
content.
is a Game Pass game.
Yeah, it would be content.
So why the fuck then would is
Wow, he made
Microsoft
it
allowing
almost made it
Arcane?
through a vote
Ar-
without thinking.
why the
Wow.
fuck is Microsoft then allowing Arcane to fix Redfall? Why the fuck does Microsoft has Crackdown 3 then? Even the multiplayer that is that on Game Pass. If
Yeah,
they
but
care about, if they only
maybe.
care about sales, they only care
Well,
about subscriptions and
yes,
users.
yes, yes.
Psychonauts 2 is
I
a
think
game
that
that
when it
didn't
comes,
sell that well, but it was a big success because of Game Pass, right?
Oh goodness.
you got to look at it this way. When they look at this generation of games nowadays, kids or this younger generation, they barely even play story games. As you can even see with PlayStation sales with their exclusive downs from the beginning of this generation up until now, their sales numbers have not been great with any of their exclusives except for God of War and I can't remember the other one, but God of War mainly though was the biggest seller. The other ones have not been selling the way that we're used to seeing PlayStation games sell. They usually sell 10 million easily, but they've all been stuck in this $5 and $3 million range, which is amazing to me because people say that, well, people are waiting to get the PS5. This system's been out for 3 years. I'm not waiting 3 years for me to be able to get a PS5 if I had to save up. If I got a PS4, I'm gonna play the game then, and of course, as a Sony pony, I'm gonna play the game again and again and again and again when it gets on the PS5. So I don't buy that excuse for why people haven't been buying those games. I think it's just been a shift in the generation of the type of games that kids play, unfortunately. But I still love those games. So
So,
to Banjo,
yeah, to Banjo.
I had to throw that in there.
And so
Makes
the
no
last
sense.
topic we have to go over. An announcement was tweeted out on X that by Rockstar Games, and they are very excited to let all of us know that in early December, Rockstar Games, not somebody claiming to have a trailer, the actual Rockstar Games will be releasing their very first trailer for the new Grand Theft Auto. And that they look forward to many more years of sharing these experiences with all of us.
Whatever day that is, the internet's gonna break.
Finally, something bona fide, official, not stolen code, not, this is what I cobbled together, and I'm going to tell you that it's the new Grand Theft Auto. Finally. And yeah, where else should I go for this topic first but to none other than Darth Sanji. Darth
Fabio,
Sanji,
I'm Marine.
are you hyped, Darth Sanji? I mean, have you taken your picture yet of what you looked like when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out?
Yeah. let's clarify first. Last night I talked about this and I said I hope they say something tomorrow. Me and Bushido were talking about this about 3 a.m. Yes, this is me and Bushido are nerds. We stay up because we're nerds. I have been saying that I've been waiting for this for about 5 years now. As much as I like to say GTA 5 is amazing, it was time 5 years ago. I cannot. I hope we finally get this RP game. Have you guys? I mean, I've watched numerous videos of RP Grand Theft Auto. Hopefully, finally we get something that we're like it's a real life game. You know, something GTA. If anybody can do it, the people that make GTA Rockstar. If anybody can do it, they can make bangers. And I'm gonna tell you, this is probably gonna be the best Grand Theft Auto game ever made. And unfortunately, the hype is gonna maybe downplay it a little bit because we know how hype does video games, Cyberpunk, Starfield, just games that are getting too hype sometimes, be devalued. But this is right. This is Grand Theft Auto, man. This is something that people love. It took this long, 13 years for this to come out. I feel like we're playing Skyrim all over again. It's like it's time.
You forget a small detail. We're talking about nowadays.
Yeah, which I understand. No, I get it. I get it.
We are talking about
That's a good
remember the
point.
bullshit?
No. First of all, it's not
bullshit?
that. It's because people kept playing. You know what it is? It's because people kept paying for GTA 5 online. Now, I do want to add a few
What
more
about the
things to this.
trilogy? What about the trilogy? What
I
about the
I own it. It's
remastered
right.
trilogy?
But that's something they could. Actually, I don't even think Rockstar made
What
it. It was a
about
side team.
What about Red Dead Redemption 1
That was 7 years ago,
remake?
6 years ago. What was it?
Remake.
Oh yeah, nobody cares
and
about the
now
all
they're
side.
just
There were
saying,
two side
and they're
teams that
just
made the remasters, and Red Dead died like a
doesn't
month
matter.
afterwards.
It's Rockstar.
Listen, they already so Xbox. His what he's saying is I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto. We're not talking about make believe Rockstar.
Make me
Red. I mean Red Dead. Excuse me. Red Dead. I mean, but so Twitter. If you go on Twitter, there's I meant to post it in our news chat. Xbox said, "Oh, this would be a good something." Like they're like pretty much bringing it like, "Oh, this might be a good. Let's get this a little bit early, right?" And then somebody else said "Oh, this would be a good early present." And then, "Oh, I can't wait to play this." Kind of like, and nobody else is saying nothing but these head studio guys. The new guy that just got announced for Xbox Studios posted on there about something. I wish I had the freaking Twitter link to or whatever X link still, but would you guys be surprised that?
Yes.
Xbox gets maybe marketing rights, maybe because of this. I would be too, because I still think
would.
PlayStation's going to get it when it's all
I
said
would
and
be
done.
shocked.
I would be shocked.
Would it be?
Yeah, PlayStation would spin itself into bankruptcy before they would let Xbox get that.
Oh yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be? Well,
Call of Duty, then Grand Theft Auto. Oh shit.
Oh my god, bro, that would be the end of life for PlayStation people.
You already see MBG talking about leaving gaming, which I actually hope happens, which is not going to happen. But
dude, don't even play games in the first place. He plays Solid Snakes from PlayStation 1 days. He just talks. That's all he plays. He plays the old shit with his dressed up ass. Freaking nerd.
Leave that man alone.
Yeah, there was something else I wanted to say about it, and I can't think of it because I literally had it on my. I literally was talking about it earlier because I'm just excited for it. I really hope they do a good job with it. I hope it would be crazy if they announced it to be co-op. Let me just clarify that. Like the whole fucking story mode or something like that. One of you can be the girl. There's supposed to be rumors there could be a female.
Memory again.
Well, who gives a shit? It's Rockstar. They make bangers. Put the memory in it. I'll waste my whole freaking 1 terabyte hard drive just to put that bitch on there. I don't give a shit. Because
it's not about you with the memory. It's about the game being able to store a certain amount of memory. It's like you have a Blu-ray disc, and a Blu-ray disc only has but so much space in
32
it.
32 gigs on it, right? You can only put 30. You can't even put 32 gigs. You can only put like 20 on it because it still needs room to breathe. So
right.
It sucks. Yeah, so I'm really excited for it. This has been my hype. This is one of those games that. How people were with Starfield, how people were with Diablo. This is the game for me. This game. This is Halo to me. This is what I've been waiting for. Can't wait. I cannot wait to put my next 2 weeks in once it comes out. Maybe 3 weeks of time into it. This is something that's just it's great. And I can only imagine how GTA 5. If you've been on there and you see how that game has progressed in content and gameplay and everything else. Imagine with next generation, stuff, a 3080 naturally. not a freaking a 720 or 980 freaking card. We're talking about graphics. We're talking about greatness of 120 frames per second. Probably won't get that with this game. Probably only 60 frames. But still, this game is gonna look so realistic. I'm hoping it looks great.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, you get the gameplay will probably be smooth. I mean, it's just gonna be nice. It's gonna be something really that all of us here will be playing. You know, I think everybody that I talk to will be when Grand Theft Auto comes out that day. 95% of my friends list, the 180 people that I have added for myself, I'm guaranteed almost every one of them will be playing Grand Theft Auto that day. That is how good and big that is. Yeah, what's up, Boba? And one more thing. They did announce that after Grand Theft Auto that they are going to be making another Max Payne game, and then there's another game. I can't. L.A. Noire. There's rumors that they're also going to add that on from another team. And Max Payne 3 was amazing. If Rockstar makes another Max Payne 3, no offense to Remedy because Max Payne 1 and 2 was good, but Max Payne 3 was my favorite 360 game that wasn't as big as like other companies like Halo, Gears, Call of Duty. Max Payne 3. I played Max Payne 3 like 3 times through the campaign. And the freaking online was beautiful, and the way they had the slow mo was perfect. So hopefully they do that with the next one too. That's another thing. Sorry, I know I'm Adam.
No, you're good. You're good. Bush, just as much excitement, or no? Screw Grand Theft Auto.
I'm not a huge GTA fan, but I do play GTA. I only play the campaign. I don't play the online. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'm hoping it's going to be as good as all the others. And every now and then, there is a GTA that's not as good, up to the standards as the others. But I remember one of my favorite was The Damned, that motorcycle gang.
Ooh.
I loved that freaking DLC.
Yes,
that was freaking.
Yes,
yeah,
was
Lost
awesome.
in Demand.
Yeah,
that's great. And then you didn't like the Ballad of Gay.
Oh yeah, the Ballad of Gay Tony. It was a joint though. No. But
I always tell people them DLCs were really good.
Yeah, their DLCs were spectacular. I had to give it to them on that. But I'm not excited, but I am glad to finally be getting one, and we can stop looking at GTA 5 every year, every generation getting remastered, and people keep buying it. I was like, the more you guys keep buying those, the more pushes back GTA 6. And there was no reason for them to make GTA 6 because you kept buying 5s. And everybody else was like, so what? I don't care. And I was like, okay. And here we are, finally about to get it.
It's going to be GTA 6, GTA 5 edition. That's what we are going to be getting.
5 edition. Oh my god!
I would have asked everybody here. When you guys played GTA Online, did you guys make a female or do you guys make a male character?
I don't play GTA Online.
Neither do I.
Me neither.
I just played a game.
Wow.
Wow.
I have to leave this podcast. I gotta.
Oh, maybe. I mean, so
podcast.
you're.
Oh, I'm a male. I'm a male, but I always wondered why dudes pick females in like games like that, and then they RP with females. It's like, ooh, what the hell are you doing, buddy?
It's because it's because some guys. I've talked to a bunch of guys, and including myself. Sometimes you want something to look at while you're playing.
You're talking to yourself?
Huh? Well, I'm not.
I talked with a bunch of guys, including myself. So wait a minute.
No, I've talked to a few people in parties, and they said the same thing. That they play as a female because they want something to look at.
Hey,
I agree.
Shout out to the Gina.
Because
Gina in the chat, bashing
so-
Fabio. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yes, he is.
Brother.
He's peddling.
Oh wow! I hope
cells.
Laura. I hope Laura in here. She'll see that. Avia, log into your other account and say something.
For fuck's sake.
Okay. Yeah. Fabio, wink. Laura, say something.
You have. I mean, you really have such a sad life, man.
Fabio, don't take that from them, man.
Fabio, listen, take a picture. I always tell Bushido. Bushido refuses to send me a picture of his bottom of his basement, of his little chair that goes upstairs.
What?
You got to send me a picture of you and your girlfriend together. Then I'll believe it. Until the day, I'm going to keep roasting your shit.
You keep saying that I have an old people chair that helps you you sit in it and you ride it up to the top. He says I have that.
It's a chair stair lift. Yeah, it's for the stairs.
Yeah, whatever.
Up because he can't bend his knees, so that's probably why.
I can't bend my knees.
He's been shot. He's been shot at him so many
I had
times
my
from all
knee
the
shot
vertical
off
shots.
like what's his name? Hill's dad. What was his pop name?
Bill.
He had a
Oh yeah. Oh freaking the dad. Yeah. Oh man. What?
yeah, he had a real old guy name too. Cotton.
Yep.
Cotton Hill. Yeah, he had his knees shot off in what was it, the Korean War, I think he said?
No. It was Japanese. It was the what? Yeah. It was no. It was the Japanese. Was it the Pearl Harbor?
Was it
What
Pearl Harbor,
was it?
maybe?
Because
Whatever it was.
because remember he has
He
a
had a thing
Japanese
against
he has a
Asians.
no he had a thing against Japanese people, and then he ended
Right.
up having a Japanese baby, which is funny, which is weird.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
Okay, so with that,
That is
Yeah,
it,
with
folks.
that.
I mean,
That's all.
yeah, it's time to do some outros. When thank Boba Fett Gaming for hopping into the chat. Matthew for being
Boba.
here all night. The Gina, it's great seeing you, brother. I miss you. Miss you a lot. We need to catch up someday.
World War II, by the way, he was in.
He was in WW2, huh?
We've
Okay.
had Infinite Umbra in the chat tonight, wanting me to again
He was
mute
still there, huh?
Mr. Bushido's mic, which man, I don't know if I could do that. That'd be tough.
I've asked you guys many times to ban him or to at least put him on timeout, and nobody's doing it.
Boba said, imagine GTA 6 announced ending like coming 2028. That would be dead. That Boba,
Yeah,
that would be
Yo!
that would be the biggest burn ever.
Yes.
Well, normally with GTA, when it gets announced, it's normally about between 12 to 18 months. So I'm guessing late
right.
2024, sometime early 2025 is what I'd say.
Wow.
But that shit, let me tell you something. That shit would be, listen, as much as I wanted, I would laugh because it would, yeah. Okay, my bad, Bobby. I wanted to just read that last comment so before we got off.
There he is again. He's still here, still listening. Thanks, brother. Cut Bush this mic. Yeah.
I still can I have one of the moderators put Infinite Umbra on timeout? I don't care if it's 2 minutes or whatever. Just do it, please.
Yeah, Bobby.
Okay.
Seven made me a moderator, so I can do that.
We'll talk. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, fellas. Okay. There needs to be some rules. Some rules. You know.
All right.
All in good fun. But yeah. Darth Sanji.
It's not fun number to me though.
Darth Sanji, sir. Tell everybody where people can find you at.
Yeah, I'm so not used to people calling me that yet. So, but you can find me on Twitter at Dark Sanji, Xbox at Dark Sanji, just pretty much everywhere. It's all the same. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, everything is all that. I pretty much just rebranded myself. This is Mac, of course, like I said earlier, and I'm gonna be playing Alan Wake 2 in the next day or so. So, and I'm just here. So, and thanks. Good show like normal. Halo is still the best online multiplayer, and I cannot wait for Alan Wake 2. So there we go.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2, it is fire. You're gonna love it. Yeah, but it's not really a party game though. It really pulls from the experience. I'm glad nobody's invited me to a party while I've been playing it. That way, I don't have to seem like a jackass and not join the party that I'm invited to, because it really.
Too many funny things happen in a party. I couldn't do it either. Yeah.
Fabio at Marine, sir. Tell people where they can find you peddling milk at.
well, you can find me on the XPN YouTube channel network, and you can find me on the KY Bobby Show. Someone has to say it. You can find me also on Twitter as FBO Amorin97, and you can find me on Xbox as Buffon Lizard 8. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much, Bob. And I'm sorry, Darth Sanji. It's gonna take a while to get used to the name.
Yeah, you can still call me as is, but I understand.
Yeah,
What's a Buffa lizard anyway?
I don't know. It's a lizard which is Buffon.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Any
thought it was
problem
like
with Buffon
like
lizards?
both of those.
It's a species in the brink of extinction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Mr. Bush.
Sanji thought that was funny.
Where can people find you,
Um,
Mr. Bush?
you can find me on the Xbox, the Twitters, and everything else as Mr. Bushido N7. Right now, you'll find me playing Liza P. I do want to snitch. Sanji's been on his Xbox the whole time gaming, instead of paying attention to the podcast.
It does say Halo. It does say Halo Infinite, but I have not done Halo.
Yeah, he's
Well,
been multiplayer,
Wow.
the
No.
and
joke's
he's
on you
posting his
because
scores.
Sorry, I remember I read words and stuff like that through the thing. So how would I be able to read words and play Infinite? Because you know how I feel about looking at the games.
well,
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 listen,
the
there are
joke's on you
circumstances.
because actually, the joke's on you because actually it's not Sanji that has been playing during the podcast. It has been me. Ha ha ha.
Oh,
Ha.
oh,
God,
no, yes.
damn, all of us.
What gamers playing games
Wow.
during a gaming podcast? Say it ain't so.
Not that.
That's unprofessional, though, isn't it, Bobby?
No.
Isn't it?
Am I
No.
am I called? Let me ask you this: Am I called Fabio the professional, or is it just you, Mr. Bush?
That's right. That's right. He's got you there,
Good
Bush.
one. Good one.
And
Good one.
this is KY Bob wrangling the band of misfits every Wednesday right here on the KY Bob YouTube channel. Yeah, it's KY Bob everywhere, every platform. Catch us weekly on the KY Bob YouTube channel, or listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Pocket Casts, or Amazon Music. Everybody like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It's greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel a lot. And yeah, have a great rest of the week. Play some games, touch some grass, and be close to someone you
Wait,
love.
what?
That's right.
Bushido's on Liza P before we go off. I want to clarify.
No,
Wow.